My desserts are an acquired taste. If you don't like them, then acquire some taste. So today I'm going to be making a vegan strawberry and cherry cookie bar. I saw this recipe online and it looked really good. I am changing it up a little bit just because the original recipe is gluten-free and mine's only going to be vegan. But I'm really excited because it's something that I really like. I love a good pastry, so this is going to be really good. Okay, so in my mixing bowl, I'm going to add 2¼ cups of flour, ½ cup of sugar, and then I'm just gonna mix that in with my hands. Okay, and then lastly, I'm gonna add 3/4 cups of vegan vegan butter, sorry, and make sure it's cold, and also make sure it's broken up because you're gonna want to mix it in either with a food processor, your mixer, hands. The purpose is that you get the butter in really good with your dry ingredients. Okay, and then I'm just going to finish it off with my mixer. Okay, and I'm just going to finish it off with my hands. What you want to end up with is a sandy dough, but also you want to make sure it's still somewhat, I don't know if I'm using the correct word, but damped. So make sure it's not too dry. Because before I started doing this with my hands, it was still kind of dry. But now that I've been doing this for almost a minute, it's getting very, like kind of, wet because of the vegan butter. Okay, simple recipe, wasn't too difficult to make. I think the only thing I was having a hard time was just getting a good consistency on my dough. It was a little dry, but I think once I went in with my hands, it got a lot better. And now I'm going to mold my base. And make sure you don't use all your dough because you're going to need some for the top of your cake. Okay. So there it is, and I'm going to go ahead and bake this for 15 minutes at 350 degrees. Wow, this looks so good already. I cannot wait for it to come out of the oven. And I'm just going to go ahead and refrigerate the rest of my dough. Ooh, sounds like it's ready. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and take it out and I'm just gonna let it sit and cool before I add my filling. The filling is going to be out of a can. I usually make my own filling, but I was feeling a little lazy today, so I'm not going to be making my own, but this one is still going to be really good. I've used it for other things, so I know it's good. Okay, as you can see, I did let my base cool for about an hour. And now I'm going to add my filling. And this is the filling that I'm going to be using. I'm kind of being lazy about it. I usually make my own filling, but I wanted to use this. But this is what I'll be using for this specific recipe. I'm just going to add it to my bottom layer. And like I said, you can make your own. Being a little lazy today, and I'm going to be using a pre-made one. Okay, then I'm just going to use the rest of my dough to add to the top of my strawberry cherry layer. Okay, and here it is. And I'm going to bake this for 25 minutes at 355. At 350 degrees, sorry. Okay, so it sounds like it's ready. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take this out of the oven. Wow, it smells amazing. Okay, so now I'm just going to make my last thing, which will be my glaze. So in my little bowl, I'm going to add quarter cup of powdered sugar and 2 tablespoons of plant-based milk. Just going to mix that until I end up with my glaze. Okay, and I'm just going to add it to my crumble. And there it is. Okay, and here is the final product. Look at how beautiful these look at how nicely my knife cuts into them, nice and soft, beautiful. Amazing. This came out so good. I highly recommend this recipe. It wasn't too difficult. Everyone, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. And like always, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Until next time.